What's up, everybody? I'm Puma Pete.
And I'm Mason.
And a friendly fire co-op back playing Divinity Original. Yeah, Mason, you could at least let me finish the intro before we get on to another loading screen, but you know, if you're gonna be a jerk about it.
Once more into the breach.
Hey, there's the waypoint. So we wanted to do the pet pal stuff, but I was like, we shouldn't do it until we unlock a waypoint. So
why don't you be my
you want to teleport back to Site now? Oh, we have to talk to each other. Oh, we can't even teleport it. All right, we can go back out though. Strange, something here seems to be interfering with our teleporter pyramids and waypoint rune. If we go much further, we may not be able to escape again. We can take on whatever comes our way, onward. What? Wait,
start
damn.
off with me crushing
I say
paper, scissors.
no. I say literally the exact same thing. No matter what I pick, I can either pick what never, damn those magical relics, and Iron Will is enough to face whatever may come, or damn those magical relics, and Iron Will is enough to face whatever may come.
Well,
so I'm gonna go ahead and be I'm gonna go ahead and be incredulous about it and say what never first. Oh, okay. So I could have either been cautious or bold. I don't really think it matters. Let's go back out and teleport out though, and then I'll.
Loading screens.
How much do you guys love this loading screen? Look how peaceful it is. It's very relaxing and soothing.
There's a boat in the
Yeah, there's a boat. All right, let's teleport to Seal Northgate.
Sure.
All right. By the way, I'm probably gonna have to do a little cut action here for everybody that's watching. You can probably already see that the frames are going a little wonky, and I apologize for that. But this episode,
yes, we loaded a bunch.
This episode's gonna have many loading things, I suspect. Because after this, we're gonna have to, after we take care of all the action here, we're gonna have to teleport back to Lucala and talk to Alfie now that Mason has pet pal. There's all kinds of talk and lots of aminal stuff going on, so that's always fun. So yeah, I'm dropping frames. So here we go. Ready, set, go. Hey, we're back, and everything's okay again. I still don't know what caused that. I'm really sorry about that, guys. And looking to you know, get some stuff in the future here. Hopefully soon that'll help with the recording and all that good stuff, but it'll be just a little bit. Mason, you're going the wrong way. You have to talk to
wrong cat.
Yeah, you have to talk to the male cat first, because this game's really sexist about it. We have to talk to Unsinkable Sam.
Well, hello there.
Meow meow, I'm a cat.
Yeah, alright, I'm not going to be able to read through all this stuff, obviously, because Mason's what's going on, but we have done this quest before, so I can at least explain it. The first thing Mason is asking him about is the, which quest is it? Alright, the Preacher of Earthly Delights quest. You're told by the ghost that you meet by Seal Church that they had a cat.
Vibrations, I'm sure.
And that he thought that the cat died when the boat crashed. You find out that Unsinkable Sam in the inn is actually the cat. So the cat's not dead. So that's the first thing. And you find out that Oscar, who was, or not, sorry, Ebenezer the ghost, was like eating people. So Ebenezer's a cannibal, more or less, is what you find out from Unsinkable Sam. He also gives you kitty love, which is that he's in love with what's her face. Do I have the collar or do you have the collar?
I believe you have it.
All right, I'll pass it to you. Yeah, I do have it. He's in love with the other cat, and the other cat is having none of it because she doesn't think Oscar or Unsinkable Sam can provide for her. Just, you know, standard cat issues about, you know, poverty and all kinds of things that cats have to deal with on a regular basis. And he's like, oh, if I just had my fancy collar to prove how rich I actually am, then everything will be okay, because cats not only are very shallow, but they're also very materialistic.
Meow meow
meow. So that's more or less what's going on there. So Sam will run over here,
Maxime,
and there we go. I'll let him talk.
Look at me. I'm wearing it.
I wish it would just be meowing on your head.
The one you
that would actually be kind of cool.
Fancy of a dream.
This is in no way what I imagine the voice of this cat would be like, even if the cat could talk.
Was ever beheld.
Mason, that's also not what I would expect. See, like, that cat's voice matches it. But, like, Unsinkable Sam sounds like he's a wizard. I just don't know how I feel about it. I feel like he should have a tough guy New York accent.
Caillou Maxine.
Exactly that. Why are you not voicing Unsinkable Sam? Can we make a mod? Can we make a mod that's you voicing every NPC?
Let's do it.
That would be fantastic.
Coming out next year, soon, TM.
Make me
Coming out never, because there's no way we would ever be able to figure that out. I wonder if you can add dialogue to like made mods in this game or not. I feel like you probably can, but I have no idea.
Somebody explain it to me and I'll do it.
You're gonna have to explain it to Mason on like, imagine that
Caveman level.
you're explaining to like a kindergartner how to do addition is more or less the level of simplicity Mason would need for doing like modding, complex modding stuff.
I like heavy things.
With a word, you stopped my heart from setting beating.
I met my one friend. I saw one friend at the gym one time, and I can't remember what he was talking to, but he basically said the lines, "I pick things up and put them down," and I was like, that basically explains Mason's life.
Pretty much.
Right away.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the cat dialogue that we were totally talking over. Hey, achievement unlocked, you and me. And so Sam's story has a happy end after all.
All I could hear was meowing.
But in the end, alright, it wouldn't have had if we never found that caller. Maxine only agreed to marry him because he's rich now. There's quite a bit of trouble water to be crossed, but in the end, Maxine turns out to really love him. Alright, that's a lie. She does not love him clearly. It's just all about the caller, so I'm gonna go with the materialistic one. What a cynical thing to say. She loved him all along, but was worried about the children they might have. That's quite another matter. Mason, I disagree. Haha. I think I like pragmatic more than romantic anyway. It's a pity indeed to see how this treasure of a cat, this pinnacle of nature's beauty, has been corrupted by the wretched mores of man. Base materialism has darkened the purity of her soul and has seized the very throne where love should rest. Let the story of Sam and his beloved serve as an example of this bitter truth. Between two humans, no love is unconditional. So strongly does this sad depravity seep from our every pore that it adulterates the innocence of what should be stainless spirits. We suffer from the inability to bestow love devoid of logic, devotion devoid of design. Wealth, status, prestige, the carnality of flesh and fortune, those are the true motivators of the affections between a woman and a man. Love is the name we give a base ambition, a delusion we blindly compel to be true and therefore falsely hold to be absolute. Pity love and be wary of her too, for she is but a deception.
Screw you, Jahan.
Yeah, Jahan, why you gotta be so cynical? I'm gonna say what an utterly cynical thing to say. Love is not delusion is one of the great wonders of this world. Because he's just being a big grumpy grouch right now, and I don't appreciate it one bit. Ha, a cynic am I, a heart washed in bitter streams because I have come to realize that love is but the vagary of fantasies, the intemperance of puerile minds. I shall not deny that my mind too was puerile once, that I too loved a woman with all my soul, believing her to be. Bah, enough, forget what I said. Dig love a grave and there let it rot. Dude, I hope there's some, like, side quest that will uncover Jahan's past, because that would actually be really cool. Oh, wait, we have to, alright, we have to check something before we go talk to Ebenezer, and this is really important. So, I don't know if people know about this. If you do, why were you keeping it? Alright, I appreciate that you kept it hidden from me, because, like, it's plot stuff. I'm working on the quest playthrough stuff and all that good stuff right now. And I happen to... Oh, wait, 1 second. Let me just make sure this is not important. Alright, sorry about that. I was doing the orc quest business, normal orc stuff. Where are you?
Hold on.
What are you doing? What even... I'm so confused. You were, like, way off the map on my screen. What were you doing? Oh, did you go upstairs to buy something?
No.
Did you go upstairs for some other purpose?
Look at my hat. My hat is amazing.
Is this the thing that someone told you to do?
Yes.
Wait, let me zoom in on. Wait, come back. That's great. It's so ridiculous. It's like floating on your head. It's not even attached. It's like when you give a really little kid a football helmet. Alright. Okay, here he is. So, I never knew about this guy before, and I stumbled upon him when I was exploring the speech on the quest playthrough, and I wasn't paying close enough attention to find out what he wants, so let's talk to him real quick. I missed. Well, hello there, and who pray tell might you be? Alright, so do you have anything to trade, more importantly? You have 219 gold in the guitar. Alright, that's not important. Most recognize us as source hunters, and who are you? Oh, let's just say I keep the place in check. Tidy it up. Haven't you got a name? I'm no one important, really. I've learned to appreciate anonymity, whatever. And I'm having trouble with that word, but I know how to pronounce it, I promise. And forgive me if I prefer to distance myself from any possible mishaps you adventurers can cause. Quite unpleasant to get involved. authorities knocking on your door in the middle of the night, and so on. It sounds like you've had some bad experiences with adventurers. Forgive me if I generalize, but some of your lot are as crazy as they come. I once thought you a quaint sort, but over the years I've come to realize that about 1 in 10 is downright dangerous. Lock up behind bars, paint the key blue, and toss into the sea material. Now I can't help but wonder, are you cut from the same batty cloth? Why have you come here, after all? What's the point of it all? I've come to solve the murder of Counselor Jake, I've come toward the land of Source, and rid it I shall, or I've come seeking adventures of every kind. If that makes me crazy, so be it. I mean, in reality, I came here to solve the murder of Counselor Jake. That was kind of the whole point of the original quest. So, I mean, I've come here just to talk to you. You're literally the reason I'm here. Also, his portrait does not match the skin color of his character model, just saying. So what do you think I should answer? I've come to solve the murder of Counselor Jake, or I've come seeking adventures of every kind?
I like adventures.
Alright, we'll go with I've come seeking adventures of every kind. The mysterious stranger gives you a long look, and after what feels like a vast eternity, nods. Okay. That was actually the last line of the dialogue, Mason. It was actually just K. And then teleported away. So, I mean, he's gotta be showing up later on, right?
Sure.
There's gotta be some kind of story behind that guy. I refuse.
Anything else we need to do?
We have to go talk to Ebenezer by the church, but I don't want to teleport there because I know what's going to happen if I do. So I hope you guys can bear with me during the run. And it's not gonna. It's like a minute run. I'm sure you guys can. Because I'm going to teleport there. I'm just going to teleport again. It's going to be all kinds of cutting, and no one wants that. So I hope you guys can forgive me for what is going to be at least a minor bit of walking, but we'll fill the walking with catchy walking tunes of the old 1960s.
Peter, stop.
I don't even know what song that was, but it felt 1960s-y to me. Where are you now? Where are you going? Why are you over there? What are you doing?
Thanks. Don't worry about me.
Okay. I'll just keep my character. I'll keep my camera focused on me then, and leave you to what you're doing. So you saw Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. It was living up to the hype.
10 out of 10.
And you said the movie theater was like crazy, right?
Yeah, it was packed.
Yeah, that's why I do not partake in movies like shortly after their release. I don't want to deal with other people. You know what I'm saying? Aren't other people just the worst?
Literally the worst.
Especially in a small room like a movie theater. Also, you were told to go play in traffic at work today.
Yeah, that was.
Do you want to care to tell that story? Because I feel like I didn't really get all. Oh wait, I want to talk to Blasius real quick. Now that I delivered the letter, I want to see if he has anything new to say.
My friend
about your wife Marissa. I did deliver a letter.
Until
All right,
we
I
meet
can't talk to
again.
him. I thought maybe he'd have something new and exciting to say, but he doesn't. All right, continue with the story that you never really started. About you getting told to play in traffic.
I had somebody who was very grumpy today come in. And they asked for something that we did not have currently. And I told them we would get it in Tuesday. And, well, you see, they didn't believe me and told me to go look in the back. And I told them we didn't have any. And they got very irate and told me to go play in traffic.
So, was it more they were upset that you didn't have it, or that you wouldn't go look?
Probably a bit of both.
I feel like it was, either way, it was a bit of an overreaction.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about the time that, while working at a candy store, not only did I get flicked off by a customer, but he also threatened to fight me?
You don't have the chocolate.
Did I tell you about this? Alright, I'll tell you about it after I talk to Ebenezer, because he's going to have some stuff to say.
My friend returned.
Alright, that's it, kiddo. Explore as much as you can while you've got that youthful vim and vigor about you. Life is a wonderful thing. Alright, that's not what I want to talk about. I've heard about your sick past. What do you have to say for yourself? How could you, those are lies. It was the ultimate pleasure. How could I hang back if there were even rarer, even more exquisite elations to pursue? How could I let any morsel of satisfaction go untasted in this brief mortal coil? Surely now you understand why I could never submit myself to the judgment awaiting me at the gates of the Hall of Echoes. No, I prefer to remain here for an eternity with a few of my senses, a few of my more delectable memories, than risk being cast into hell. I feel like he should move on, but this isn't the reason I feel like he should move on. Like, it's saying if he stays here, his past will haunt him forever. At the Hall of Echoes, he may find a way to make up for his terrible deeds. I don't really care about that. I feel like he should just be punished, whereas I certainly won't stop him from spending eternity in the cemetery if he wishes. Atonement should only be offered to the truly regretful. I'm going to tell him to move on. I feel like he's got to get out. Get out of here. Get out of here, Ebenezer. You're drunk. Go home. Shoo. Like Jesus said to the dinosaur, shoo. Agreed. Ebenezer will not enjoy the judgment he faces, but crimes of such horrors demand penance. Is that so? Is that what you really believe, Source Hunter? Well, forget divine judgment. I say we judge each other here and now. If the better of us stays, the worse be damned. Whoa, Ebenezer. This is not what I expected to happen. This is by no means the result that I expected, but I'm fairly confident that we can beat a bunch of level 8 stuff.
Well, I got that fast track off.
Did she, like, hit all 3 of them? Yeah! Wham bam! Possibly right in the clam. Most likely. Okay, anyway, so the story about getting flicked off while working at a candy store and having the people be so angry that he threatened to fight me. So I was in the candy store one day, and the candy store in which I work is it's not in like a terrible neighborhood. It's not like I'm like getting threatened at gunpoint, but it's not nice by any means. It's like below average to average at best.
Don't trust him. He's going to get shot.
I'm not going to get shot. And then there's like a bunch of bars very close to the candy store.
Go on.
And it was like 4 in the afternoon, and this guy walks in clearly like hammered already. Like, I was 100% certain that this man was already drunk. And he asks to see the owner, who he claims to know. And the owner is never in the store because he works at the factory. Like, I'm the if I work, I'm the only one there, basically. I don't want to hit the door.
You say the factory like it's a bad thing.
Did I say the factory like I'm like looking down upon the factory?
Yeah.
That was not my intention, I promise. Is there anything here that we need? No, not really. I lost my train. Okay, so he comes in, and I straight up told him, I was like, look, like, I cannot get in contact with him. I don't know his phone number. Like, he makes the candy. His sister's the one that hired me, and deals with my employment and all that. So, like, I have no way to contact the guy. I never talked to him about what's going on at the store. He just makes the candy. Simple as that. And I told the customer this, and the customer got so, like, angry at me. Like, I was trying to be polite, so I'm, like, smiling, because smiling's polite. Fact. And, like, he took this as some kind of, like, smug grin that I had on my face, that I was, like, taunting him with the smile.
You are a pretty smug person.
I'm, like, you know, I'm smug, but I wasn't trying to be smug. It was supposed to be polite. And I feel like I can differentiate between the two well enough that, like, when it's time to be smug, I can do smug, and when it's time to be polite, I can do polite. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. And he was like, he was trying to convince me to walk out from behind the counter so that he could fight me. And I was like, look, man, I'm just trying to do my job. Like, I don't want to fight you. I just want to sell candy. That's all. It's like, I just kept telling that to him, like, over and over, and he just wanted to, why are you Snapchatting me while we're recording? What could it possibly be so important that you're smug Peter? Thanks for that. I appreciate the picture with that goofy look on your face. Alright, guys, I know that the frames suck, but we're going to walk to Alfie, and then I'm going, like, whenever we teleport back to the caves, I'll reset the recording, because that would be 2 cuts, and it's just unnecessary. Anyway, so he's, like, threatening me and all that good stuff. And then finally, I get him to leave, but he was like, oh, wait, okay, I'm going to read Bjorn's stuff, or what's-his-face's stuff, to the best of my ability. So, Mason, you can talk, and I'm going to try to read Alfie's conversation. Hopefully it'll pop up on the bottom, but it doesn't always do that.
No, we must remain vigilant.
Okay, here we go. Bless your heart, merely to suggest it, my friend, but you'll need powerful magic indeed to cure this devilish gash. I've heard they dabble in healing rituals in Silverglen, which is, ironically, the very place we're unable to reach us 3. Perhaps we can, okay, so that was Mason saying perhaps we can find a way to heal you. I have no idea what I am, really, only that I was caught in a snare when I was very little. Luckily, the hunter thought I didn't look quite appetizing enough to be eaten, and so he sold me to Mara. Bjorn didn't like the look of me at first, but when I grew stronger than 5 stallions combined, I was suddenly promoted to carrier beast. Or that I was weak, for I loathed carrying things.
Shut up.
Oh, you are
okay.
bleeding, Alfie. Oh,
That's all he had to say?
That's all he had to say.
Alright, Alfie's a man of few words, and I can respect that.
But I'm afraid I'd make it worse.
You want to teleport to Lucala Mine's entrance? I believe that's like where we left off before all of this.
Yes.
Okay. Hope you guys like this loading screen. It's pretty fantastic. Alright, I'm going to cut real quick. Ready, set, go. Yeah, and we're back. And everything's okay. And, so we're in the mines. I have no idea what we're supposed to do in here. But to finish the story of Mason.
Quiet as a mouse. What are you waiting for? Come here.
Oh, okay. So he's in the crate. No, he's not in the crate. He's in this crate. No, he's not in this crate either. Or this crate. Let's move the crate. Move the crate over there. Oh, hey there. Hey there, Mikas. What are you doing here? I can't believe it. I never thought I'd see another human face uncorrupted by immaculate madness. I hid when I heard your voice, but you don't look like the lunatics here that slaved the dead. Why escape this infernal pit after all? Why escape the dreaded Hell Lords? Who are you? I'm Mikas, a craftsman from Hunter's Edge, a village some miles to the east of here. Orcs raided our town and sold us to the goblins as slaves. Little did we know that they were to pass us on to remorseless necromancers here in the mines. Yeah, you heard me right, necromancers. My family, my friends, they were all turned into undead slaves by those most deviant of sorcerers and forced to unearth Tenebrium. I managed to escape in the darkness of the tunnels and was just about to head for the daylight when I heard you approach. Why would slaves be turned into undead? Because of the Tenebrium, of course. That stuff will give you rot right quickly, and after that rot will kill you right slowly. But if you're not but a skeleton with a pickaxe, what then? Rot can't touch you, can it? So that's what they do, the vile maniacs. They procure people, slaughter them, and wrench their souls back from the shores of death to mine the days away. I don't even know why they do it. Tenebrium, it blights all that it touches. Good for nothing is what it is. Rot certainly sounds like it means bad news. The worst. I can't imagine a crueler death. They say some genius. I thought that said Genghis, and I didn't know what that word meant, but I was looking back.
Like
some Genghis Khan. Some genius up in Silver Glen first hired the goblins to clear away Tenebrium when his miners started to fall ill. Them nasty critters are immune to its contagion, they said. What nonsense. The goblins aren't immune at all. They just wanted to take possession of the mine. Their chief, a sickening brute called Sadacondrus, simply forced everyone out. Those who put up a struggle were speared and sacrificed to goblin totems. Then, away from prying eyes, the Immaculates moved in and the undead horde began. Those fools of goblins don't even realize they're no more than cogs in the Immaculate machine. Why, I've even seen a number of them held as prisoners just a corridor away. Soon they'll be no more than skeletal slaves. Orcs came to your town, you say? You make it sound like a carnival dropped by. Carnage more like. Mayhem and death, it is what orcs spread. To think we thought ourselves lucky they didn't eat us all on the spot, but rounded us up to be sold into slavery. We escaped certain death only to find certain deathlessness. Talk about your rock in a hard place. What in the blazes are Hell Lords? By the seven, I don't know. Never have I seen anything like them. They are creatures dressed in knight's armor that is black as coal. The very ground trembles when they approach, and their eyes shine with demon mania. Demon mania! To even think about them is to struggle with almost irrepressible panic. Let's discuss these mines. What about them? Can you give me the lay of the land? I'm afraid I've been navigating these mine shafts rather like a fish out of water. All I can do is advise you to leave and don't look back. But if you're determined to push on, be warned that a handful of Immaculates is the least of your worries. The Necromancers weave powerful magic, and as I fled, I nearly ran into one of the Hell Lords. Had it seen me, had I met its eyes, I'd know I'd have gone mad. I looked away and ran as fast as I could. Only darkness awaits you here, the dark and the dead. I'm likely to meet Immaculates here, am I? Indeed, bunch of loons. I haven't the foggiest what their plans are, but it has nothing to do with mining for silver, and that's a god's damn certainty. Them and their goddess-lauding ways seem to have taken hold in Silver Glen, but I bet the people there have no idea what the boys high up, or should I say, down low in the mines, are really plotting. Curse their ignorance and curse their gullibility. Immaculates, the real ones I mean, the ones in power, they're setting something in motion that I hope to be far, far away from when that something finally rears its head. You have anything to sell them, Mikas? Of course you don't. You're a poor miner. As well, it's just them torn. Should I hang low right here just a little bit, or should I make a run for it? What do you think? Oh, Mason, this is a lot of pressure right now. Do we tell him to run, or do we tell him to hang low?
I feel like we should tell him to run.
Do you think so, though? Like, if we're here, if he runs, he's going to be away from us. Where is a safer place than right by the sides of the pyromaniac that explodes everything? I mean, he's safe right here. If we just move the boxes back in front of him, he'll be good, right?
I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
I just feel like telling him to run's gonna lead him to dying. We fought so many things on the way here. Oh, but we killed all the goblins.
Killed all the things on the way here.
Okay, so we'll tell him to run. That would be really cool if that's actually how the game works, is that if you told him to run and the goblins were alive. Alright, tell him to run. I concur. Run while you can. Oh, Mason skipped something. That's not important. Yeah, you're right. Better make a dash for it. Well, I've still got a chance. But wait a moment. Who's that you've got with you? Medora, is that you? Found another group of dupes to betray, have you? But can it really be... Mikas, you talk forever. You're like the mom that shows up for a visit and it's just talking. This is why I hate phones. But can it really be you? Something's different. You must be mistaken. We know no Medora. You recognize her rightly. That's Medora indeed. I mean, I need to find out what he knows about Medora, so we have to say that's Medora, right?
Sure.
Alright.
Medora turns and kills us.
Nah, dude, Medora wouldn't betray us. Ha, so it is you. You chicken-livered craven. Rolled out the map for the orcs and Hunter's Edge and came to do the same for the Hell Lords here. Is that it? In your face. Looks like one of the townsfolk sliced you up before you managed to sell him to Gratilda, eh? Gratilda, the witch from Banjo-Kazooie? That's crazy.
Oh, man.
What hell with you? In any case, now's the time for me to escape. Good riddance to this god's forsaken place and to you. End. I mean, we gotta talk to Medora now, right? The miner knew you by name. Care to explain? Look, comrade, I know all this is bound to sound downright suspicious, but please, let's leave that story be for the time being. It isn't that I don't want to tell you the truth, it's just, I just need a little time. Alright, Medora, I trust you. Even a loyal and fierce adversary and companion. Seriously though, dude, we were talking to Mikas for like 7 minutes. That's insane. Also, you know what's really weird is in this version of Divinity. Oh, alright, 1 second. Rogue Dreadlords. They're corpses of Mikas strewn about with something strange.
1,000-yard stare you get when trying to do arithmetic.
Miner control. We found skeleton miners. Someone is controlling them, but who?
Whoa, I can talk to him.
These undead are completely unresponsive.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like
I
they can
smell
talk back.
foul magic.
Dude, what do you think's behind this door? Oh, zombie troll, reanimated troll, level 13. Just kidding. Let's not go that way just yet.
Something tells me we're not supposed to be here yet. But...
Mason, okay? Let's talk to Drexus.
Jiraxis?
Yeah, let's talk to Jiraxis, Eredar, Lord of the Birching Legion. Vile human scum, Sadakandrus will fear of filthy immaculate betrayal. He'll put you all upon a pool and let it slide slowly into your bowels until your screams of agony will rid the forest of all that lives. So terrified will be even the worm that crawls and the bird that flies. Maybe human, but I'm not immaculate. We're going to stop that, by the way, because I feel like that's probably annoying. That does not matter, little louse. All humans will suffer the wrath of the totems for the shame that has befallen us. Tell me about yourself. I am Drexus. I am Drexus! Because it's all in caps, you guys. You get it. Favorite of totems. Where I had my spear, this mine would be a blood-splattered waste if I were free. Not even the tremor demons would stop me. Who is Sadakandrus? He is the chief of our tribe's seat, the greatest of goblins alive. For the promise that hides in bloodstone does he follow the human female they call Conduit. She has his respect, all others have but his contempt. Why are you imprisoned here? The slavers made their bones splinter inside their living flesh. They lured us in here. They said they had found an ancient totem, but that was a lie. They need more slaves to unearth Tenebrium, so soon they shall give us to the necromancers. Let them come. I shall claw their eyeballs from their skulls for their trespasses and shove them down to their throats. So you were Drexus. A man called Lawrence asked me to kill you, you know. Lawrence, I'm very subtle, by the way. You guys see how subtle I am in this conversation? Leave it to that coward to send another to do his dirty work. I thank you for telling me, human. To Lawrence I shall go after I escape from the cell and show him the tricks I can do with a knife. What do you know about the tremor demons? If my nose does not betray me, and it never does, they have been forged in blood. The power of the bloodstone runs through them, the blood of 1,000 spirits. They course through the stones they hold through the living rock. Blood, blood, blood. In the blood, the spirits roam free. You have a jawbone sword and a healing potion. Alright, nothing that I need. Oh, journal update. Goblin trouble. We talked to Drexus, who was imprisoned by Immaculates and Strange Knights. It looks like he isn't the one in charge around here. Either way, we have a head to catch. We have a head to catch?
Let's not go down that hallway.
Why?
The thing is level 15 and it has a buff called invulnerable. It's spooky.
I mean, but Mason, if it's invulnerable, how can we see it? All right. Well,
I get it.
we'll make a decision about what hallways we should and should not walk down next time on Friendly Fire Co-op. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe if you'd like to see more daily Divinity Original Sin content, as well as quest guides that I hope will be coming up soon. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.